Hello, good evening. Welcome to Checkpoint. We are here for the Hyperion Blitz Cup draft. I am your host, Lemon Pepper. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Xenon and Captain Nemo. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great. It's gonna
I'm
be
doing I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Lemon?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, honestly. I like how we're kicking it off on the right foot here. I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
should have gave some direction. Xenon first, Nemo first. Whatever. But let's get right to it. We're here for the Blitz Cup draft. We've got two teams lined up for our match this Saturday, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm excited to be a part of it. It's going to be a nice little this is going to be a nice little intro back into Overwatch for me. I have to be honest, I haven't played in a little while, but it's cool to see the draft aspect. I always loved playing in those back in the day. There were different draft aspects and tournaments, so I'm honestly pretty excited about it. Xenon, let me just ask you. I was kind of interested about it. I thought it'd be good to talk about it on stream. How did this kind of come into play? While we're here talking about it.
well, to be honest, it was mainly Oakley thinking we don't want to do another full Hyperion Cup, so what's the next best thing? Well, we're gonna have basically short form weekend tournaments that are easy to kind of set up and run and give the community a chance to play in a tournament. Essentially, it boils down to a pool of players sign up. We have a draft beforehand between 2 and 4 teams, and a single elimination bracket, which will run through all on a weekend. So they'll be nice and short, produced, and just overall fun tournaments.
That sounds really cool, honestly. Like I might have to get back into Overwatch, honestly, just to get in on. Won't be able to host. I'll have to start playing on it. But let's get right to it. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the map pool for the match this Saturday, and then we're okay. So we don't have a graphic, so we're actually going to pull that up. Let's why don't we pop on over to Nemo? Nemo, why don't you tell us about this map pool?
All right. Map pool is starting off on control, everybody's favorite mode, and it is on Lijiang Tower. That's going to open up a lot of room for Lucio players, as I know, being one myself. Most boops are going to be going crazy on this map. After control, we're heading down to Escort on Dorado. Right after that is Hybrid on everybody's favorite map, Kings Row. You got to have one of those in a weekend tournament, especially on the first one.
Gotta be fun.
After Kings Row, heading to Push on the only new Overwatch 2 map in this whole pool, New Queen Street. It's exciting to see some new plays and new comps around that map.
Yeah, it's really exciting actually. I'm glad to see a mix of new maps, old maps. We're gonna get to see a little old, a little new. I think it's gonna give everybody a chance to kind of showcase, what they can do best on their heroes. And in a draft tournament, especially on a one-off like this, I feel like that's good. You want to give everybody a chance to shine, a chance to have fun. Play heroes they're comfortable on. And I think, like you kind of alluded to, the meta right now is very wide open. Again, y'all, all this talk, I'm like, man, y'all are going to get me playing again because it's like the meta's very wide open right now, and so you can kind of play everything, you can play anything, you can play what you're strong with, and so I think for that aspect, we're going to see some pretty cool stuff. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start this draft process up. So we are here joined in the booth. Sorry, brain fart. We're joined in the booth by Ashy here. We do actually have one of our captains here tonight. Our other captain always wasn't able to make it, so that team will be done by an auto draft format. Oakley will be handling that. I don't know how it works, but we know it's going to be good. But Ashy, how you doing tonight?
I'm pretty great. How are you?
Doing awesome, doing awesome. As you can see, I'm perfectly prepared for everything that's going on right now. And so, as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong. You will be having the number one pick of the draft. Can't give it to the auto draft. That wouldn't be right.
Naturally.
Right? Naturally. So, I guess we'll skip all the shenanigans, get right to it.
All right. My first pick is going to be the one, the only Griff. Flex of all roles.
Very nice. Griff, the flex, jack of all trades, master of most of them. Yeah. Pretty good first pick.
Yeah,
all
no,
right.
that's a very safe pick.
Do you already have an idea of what spot you're maybe going to put him in? If he's the master of all trades, how are you going to find a position for him?
I'm probably going to put him on the support. I've seen him on that a lot, and I've seen that he's very comfortable on that.
Sounds good.
The role you can really anchor on, you can really help the team provide its best performance. So, for Team Always, for our auto draft, who will be announcing that? Is it me? I will. All right, so the first pick for Team Always will be Akuji. Akuji is a, what is that? DPS player? Support player. Excellent. I'm sorry, I lost it there on the there we are. Kuji will be playing support. So we have 2 support players kicking off round 1. First round draft picks go to the supports. We'll kick it back on over to Ashy. Ashy, who will you pick for your second pick of the draft?
And I'm going to be choosing Nevix to lock down the tank.
Very nice. We're locking down Nevix coming out of Overwatch League retirement to join us. I like that. Very cool. Very cool. Get that tank roll started. For Team Always, we will be selecting.
Dice are rolling.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's how we're doing it. We're doing a dice roll. We're asking Google to solve all our problems for us, as is the way of 2023.
You know, I floated the idea of a marbles metric, but
I think we should have done a marble race for each one, televise that, and then
honestly,
yeah, and then you just take out whoever's been drafted. So Cabodozer will be the second pick for Team Always. That is another support player. Actually, someone I've seen play a few times, which is nice. So yeah, definitely a beast of a support player. If we're seeing a Griff versus a Cabodozer sort of mirror fight, I think that could be definitely some pretty epic battles. So
It's actually very surprising that both supports on Team Always I have seen in the past Hyperion Cups. One was on my team and one has been against me for all 3 seasons. Both, let's see, Akuji's Moira play and Bat play is going to work very well with Cabadozer's Anna, Mercy, and Lucio. And I think that's a scary combo right there. Even though it's picked by Google, Google's pretty smart. It's putting a good team together.
yeah, Google definitely has a strat in play here. I'm waiting to see how it all pans out. But yeah, that double flex support vibe coming out from Team Always already. It's looking spicy. So throwing it back over to Ashy. Who have we got for pick number 3, Team Ashy?
All right, I'm going to be locking in Ninja for the support, pairing him with the Griff who play together on a team.
Very
and it's
good.
building a FIFA Ultimate Team. He's caring about the charisma between his support line.
Hey, charisma and synergy comes in all forms. So I mean, however it comes. But so now you've got the anchor of your team set up. You got your tanks, you got your supports. At this point, let's take a little pause. How are you feeling about your draft so far?
I'm feeling very good. I think I've got a strong team here.
Very good. All right, so let's let someone else call out Team Always. Nemo, let's get you call out next team, next pick.
All right. So Team Always already has its supports filled out, which happens to be almost all of the participants. But Team Always is going to go with a hopefully damage or tank. Let's see what Google can pull. Booze, the tank player, is going to be on Team Always. Booze, phenomenal ball. Winston, very good tactical player. I mean, of course, he was on my team, so I have to be a little kind. But Booze is a very good all-round player, and this is going to go great with the synergy at support line for Team Always.
You've got a real connection with this Team Always team. I almost feel like they should kind of bring you in as a coaching consultant, something like that. I feel like that'd be a pretty good move for them. You know, just throwing that out always wherever you are if you're watching. Yeah,
I may be a little too drawn
Nemo.
away. Maybe a little bit too drawn away from Overwatch 2 to coach. But the way this is looking, I'm going to be the #1 fan.
There we go. You love to see it. So going on to round 4, Team Ashy at the top of the board. What do you got for us?
I'm going to be locking in Soupy as damage.
Soupy. Very good. And what do we know about Soupy, y'all? Finalists in the Hyperion Invitational Cup 2. Thank you, Oakley. Very good. So someone no stranger to the winner's circle, as it were. I've started racing now. I'm gonna have to throw a little bit of racing references in there, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Blink Strike. Okay. Wow. I do know that much. I was still playing at the time, and I remember Blink Strike kind of coming in that season and shocking and surprising a lot of people. So good to see them. Good to see them in the draft. We love to see it. Team Always with the auto draft. Zenon, why didn't you take this one? We're waiting on the number still? Yes.
I do have
Drum
a
roll,
quick,
please.
I have a quick question for Ashy.
Yeah.
You seem to have this team pretty picked out already. There's been no hesitation with the people you've been going for. Do you already have an idea going into the draft, or are you still thinking?
I did plan first couple picks, like ideal picks for each role. Obviously, with having Griff and Ninja have a lot of synergy on a team together, that's going to be good. Nevix is a name I've heard before, so I know he's been gassed up on tank, so I know that's probably going to be pretty strong. And I haven't heard much about either of the DPS there, but I believe Soupy will bring it home.
Sounds good.
All right, Team Chat GPT Auto Draft has picked Dibs in the damage role.
Alrighty, so now we got the first damage pick coming out for Team Always.
And I believe that is someone we have not heard from yet.
Really? So we've got a little X Factor action coming in this Saturday night. You'll love to see it. We're going to be tuning in to find out what these unknown DPS variables are going to have to do. That's very cool. But I mean, honestly, I think that they're in a pretty good situation. You look at the tank and support line for Team Always. I mean, I think the DPS are going to be in a good position to, whatever they're comfortable with, they're gonna have the backup to be successful. So throwing it back to Team Ashy, we got one more pick before the sub, right? Correct? This is the sub pick. Excellent. All right. So this is the sub pick coming out now. Ashy, who you got for us?
I'm going to be taking up Tasty Taco, flex of all roles.
Tasty Taco, the flex of all roles. I don't know much about Tasty, but I know that name is pretty spectacular, so they got that going for him.
Man, that name's making me a little bit hungry.
Right. I already had subs for dinner, but a taco sounds pretty good right now.
Oh man. We do have to see what Team Always picks next, and then we can go eat once we finish this. And with their final draft or their sub, they picked Minibur, who is also a tank player that I am very familiar with. Although it looks like he's going to be hopping on damage. We'll see how Booze and Mini work that out. Although they are on a team, they are tanks together. So we will see how things work out.
That definitely, you want that in a sub role, right? Like you've got some variability there. You've got Mini coming in to play the DPS. You also know the tank roles there, I believe, as you said. So now you've got team synergy. You've got a lot going for him. I mean, auto draft, Google, what are you doing out here? Google's got a little bit of inside information. I don't like the way these AIs are coming up right now, guys. We need to do something about that. But with that, we have completed the draft for our inaugural Blitz Cup here at Hyperion. And so, with that in mind, final words from our sole team captain here in the booth tonight. Ashy, what do you have to say? Any challenges to throw out there? Anything you want to lay out for us?
I think I've built a really solid team here, and I think we're definitely going to take this win.
I agree about the solid team part. Definitely a very solid team. I will say, I'll speak for Team Always. Why not? Right, Team Always, Google did us good. It's going to be a tough team. It's going to be a good match Saturday night. That's all the trash talking I'm going to do. I can't trash talk a team I'm not on. Yeah, I'm good at trash talking. It's not fair, right? That's awesome. But
I mean, on the side of Team Always, Team Auto Draft, there's just so much synergy with the two players, or all four of the players were in the previous Hyperion Cups, and then you have Dibs out of nowhere as a damage role. That could be words for a winning player or a disaster, having somebody hop in there. I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do.
That's what you want. Either massive success or massive catastrophe. One or the other. I think that sets us up pretty good for this Saturday night. So yeah, Zeno, what time we play in Saturday night?
It will be 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, since we just went through that time change and everyone lost an hour of sleep.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
The worst.
So upsetting.
Upsetting indeed. But for that 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be here at the main Hyperion channel for Team Ashy versus Team Always, our first matchup of the Hyperion Blitz Cup. That's going to do it for us. I've been Lemon Pepper in the booth. I've been joined by Captain Nemo. I've been joined by Xenon. We're going to go ahead and take it out of here. Y'all have a good night.
See you guys there.